Spiritual awakening is usually a time when you get closer and get to know the spiritual universe and your connection with the same. When people get closer to the spiritual feeling, they start having a different and more serious outlook on anything that they could come across. They start having a different perspective toward life, along with questioning the meaning and purpose of the beautiful gift called life. INFJs are already very connected to people, and the way they look at things around them is different from how other people look at them. Let's have a look and find out the insane way INFJs spiritually awaken. 1. They understand how to use their empathy properly. INFJs are known to be empathetic towards others. They understand when someone is feeling bad or is in depression. INFJs tend to help others and solve their problems. Their intuition levels are very high, which leads them to know the ins and outs of a person. This, however, sometimes backfires for them. Some people take advantage of their empathetic nature, while others take it for granted. People think they can get all the help they need from INFJs whenever they need it. They constantly keep taking advantage of this, which causes INFJs to become spiritually exhausted. As time goes on, INFJs start understanding their empathetic nature and become spiritually awakened. A spiritually awakened INFJ knows when to help others and when not to. Even though they would still prefer to help, they will know the limits. With this, they can help those who are actually in need and who are not taking advantage of them. This helps reduce their exhaustion and trust issues toward other people. 2. When they go through a lot of hardship. INFJs generally have a tough time dealing with people and socializing. Add to that the general problems people may face during their lifetime, especially in the formative years. This causes a lot of problems for them. They face a lot of hardship throughout their lives. They also don't prefer people who constantly advise them to socialize. INFJs who go through problems overcome them more often than not. This in turn spiritually awakens them. They start living their lives more peacefully as they now know that they can live their life on their terms. They also find the energy to socially engage with others, and when they find themselves in any problem, spiritually awakened INFJs know how to deal with it efficiently. 3. They start feeling detached. INFJs often feel a sense of detachment. A spiritually awakened INFJ can have a heightened sense of this feeling because when they spiritually awaken, they tend to feel like they're leaving a nest and flying to their world away from everyone. They start feeling detached from their hobbies and work too. This negatively impacts their lives and can cause problems for them in the long run. The sense of detachment can prove to be extremely uncomfortable for INFJs as they're known for trying to analyze everything in and around themselves. This feeling can make them disoriented and even get them depressed. However, when a spiritually awakened INFJ forms bonds with other people and spends time with them, the sense of detachment goes away, and this can make them happier than they ever were at any point in their lives. 4. Making decisions based on intuition. INFJs have a tendency of making decisions based on their intuition. These decisions are based vaguely on all the information that they gather with their senses. There's a problem with this because most of their decisions now become based on what they observe other people doing. Spiritually awakened INFJs, however, know the difference between what they want and what they feel others would want for them. This helps them make their own decisions and excel in their life. Spiritually awakened INFJs live an almost effortless life because of this quality. They practice these qualities to the point where they can then do this efficiently. Intuition is something that is deeply rooted in them and hence will remain throughout their lives. The difference is that becoming spiritually awakened helps them to understand which decisions to take based on their senses and which ones to not. 5. More in tune with nature. INFJs often question themselves in their lives, which can sometimes lead to depression. They are constantly analyzing their surroundings and trying to understand what people are saying or doing. This can make them feel overwhelmed. The more overwhelmed they are, the more they exhaust themselves. This can cause them to lose interest in their work and hobbies. A spiritually awakened INFJ, however, feels a calling toward nature to counter this. They love spending time walking in parks or going for a hike. They love spending time with themselves in a quiet and peaceful environment. They like being away from the hustle and bustle of their city or town and being alone with nature. The sounds they hear and the air they smell when they're surrounded by nature are very important for INFJs because their senses are always heightened. They feel a sense of satisfaction and the motivation to carry on with their lives no matter what. 6. A call for spiritual practice. INFJs in general have a lot of spiritual inclination. Having said that, not all times are they having the energy to follow their spiritual energy for inner peace. This is because of their overactive minds and the way they look at their life. They have a perfectionist outlook on life which seldom gives them the satisfaction they desire. INFJs with one of the rarest personality types tend to function on intuition, which typically doesn't incline them toward looking for spiritual guidance outside of themselves, through, for example, religion. Instead, spiritual awakening makes them look for spiritual guidance within themselves, and they work on strengthening their inner higher power. INFJs are more interested in spiritual practices such as meditation, yoga, or fasting as mind and soul strengthening disciplines. Spiritual practices enable INFJs to live a better life by giving them the power to solve problems, socialize, and do their work without having to think about consequences all the time. They learn how to enjoy their lives and boost their spiritual guidance. 7. Looking for deeper connections. INFJs look for a deeper purpose in this world and their life. When they feel detached from others, they tend to drop all their relationships and hobbies. They wander around inside their mind searching for a greater purpose and things to do that they feel matter. This personality type can feel forced to put their feelings aside by making certain decisions that benefit or help others. They may also do this because they want to fit in. Sooner or later, though, they will realize and soon move on to look around for other things to do. They also begin to question whether they were not feeling good about something that they're doing or if they're betraying themselves. These questions spark the spiritual awakening in INFJs, and once they grow out of this concept of ditching old things and searching for something new, they will find inner peace and the strength to carry on. 8. Chasing purpose, not money. INFJs are not known for being too attached to materialistic things or money in general. They do not find it too motivating to grind day and night to be able to live a luxurious life. Alas, they too live in a society where money is thought to be the most sought-after thing every person desires. Coming under this societal influence, INFJs too start working hard for money in a luxurious lifestyle. This exhausts them as it's not something they're very excited about. A spiritually awakened INFJ doesn't bother about this societal influence. They carry on with their life in the way they want to. Although losing an important boost to work, like financial gain, they start losing their purpose. To counter this, spiritually awakened INFJs start to find a deeper meaning in life and look for a purpose with the hope that financial gain will follow. With this mindset, they find the satisfaction and the clarity of mind that they always crave. 9. Overwhelming appreciation. INFJs always tend to contemplate and wonder if they're moving in the right direction. They're very aware of their life and like to plan. They keep asking themselves whether what they are doing is good for them or not. They also wonder what their next step should be. Because of this, they forget to take a breath and think about what they have already accomplished in their life so far. Spiritually awakened INFJs, however, know to keep the balance. They too think about their future almost all the time, but they also stop and think about the present. They like having a positive outlook in their life and appreciate what they have going on for them right now. This decreases stress and the feeling they have to control all the outcomes of their future. They may sometimes feel overwhelmed by the number of thoughts that enter their mind. These thoughts often turn into negativity and can put them in a state of depression. Appreciating oneself enables an INFJ to find more motivation and the will to work more, which in turn helps in their growth. It helps them get an understanding of how to stay in the present as well as think about the future at the same time. Which one of these ways do you think is completely shocking to you? Let's know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel for more such amazing videos.